All right, welcome into possibly the craziest game I have ever watched a single player have on this edition of Watching. You know it. You know what's coming when you clicked on this thumbnail. Shohei Ohtani just had one of the games for the ages. He did it on the mound. He did it in the box. He's incredible. We're just going to watch every pitch that he saw both in the box and on the mound. It's this guy right here. He doesn't really need much of an introduction. Shohei Ohtani, arguably the greatest player who's ever lived. Performances like tonight definitely make that statement ring more true than ever. He had another great year this year, 7.7 WAR, hit 55 homers, 282, primarily DHing, 179 ERA plus. He also was tremendous on the mound in the innings that he did get. This was his pitching stats this year. He goes 14 starts, 47 innings with a 2.87 and an even better FIP, a 1.90 FIP, striking out essentially 12 batters per 9, walking only 1.7, and being genuinely filthy every step of the way. You know the stats, you know the guy, he's the GOAT, and we're going to move forward to tonight's game. Now, this was between the Dodgers of Los Angeles and the Brewers of Milwaukee, the poor Brewers of Milwaukee, who have had to face nothing but greatness in this series, including Mr. Ohtani himself. So we are going to watch all the pitching first, and then I'll watch the at-bats second. All right, so let's get it cracking. This is how the game starts. He actually opens it with a walk. But right off the gate, you can see that delivery, that flowy, rhythmic delivery that he's now adopted this year. And he comes out with a screaming 99.1 mile an hour pitch for ball one. Now he comes right into curveball. This is a pitch that has been outstanding for him of late. Here's the metric on it. Negative 15 on the IVB, negative 13 on the horizontal. This is a humongous curveball. It's also way slower than his fastball. 99 mile an hour fastball, followed by a 77.3 mile an hour curveball. That's 22 miles an hour difference. So even though this is a ball and he falls behind 2-0, and this was not very foreshadowing of the greatness that would come today, you can still see the nastiness of that pitch. All right, there's the first strike of the day, 98 away. Terang swings at it. The Brewers will probably be aggressive. They've struck out an awful lot in this series, so I expect a lot of aggression. Now, that fastball right there appeared to have a little perceived cut on it. Yes, 3.5 inches of horizontal break, which means that ball is boring in a little bit on the left-hander's hands. And 16.1 inches of induced vertical break means it has a little bit above average level of carry. It's also very, very fast. So he gets to a 2-2 count here with a fastball to Terang. Up in with a little boring action on him. Going to try to go for the put away here. Just pulls it down in, and he actually does walk the leadoff hitter of this game. Once again, not really foreshadowing the greatness that was yet to come, but that's what happened with the first batter. Second batter is Mr. Jackson Chourio, and he gets to go to his righty package, which means the sweeper. Nice first pitch sweeper. Very healthy hack by Chourio. Pretty good pitch to hit if you're looking for it, but nevertheless, check the metric on the sweeper, 86, well above average velocity. Negative 10.8, basically negative 11. It's pretty good for 86. That's a pretty good left turn with a lot of speed on it. Also 5.6, so this ball stays up a little bit. You actually see this with this foul ball. Doesn't really drop very much on the way to the plate, and Chourio's actually under it on the foul ball, just a touch. So that vert plays off there, and now we get to the 0-1, and he throws his bullet slider. Now, this is the other variation of slider that Shohei has. This guy simply has a skill set that's unmatched, not only in the box, but also on the mound. He throws every pitch, and they're all nasty. Here's the slider. This is a bullet slider, gyro slider, if you will, 89.3. Only negative 5.2, but a little more drop on it. Negative 2, induced vertical break. This ball's designed to look like a fastball and have subtle late break. So he has two breaking pitches where the hitter's going to detect the breaking ball spin. One is a big left turn, and one is a short little dive at about 90 miles an hour. And that's what this is as he gets ahead 0-2 on Mr. Chourio. All right, going to double up on that. Ooh, very good location below the zone. As you can see, this pitch has a lot of vertical action on it. It's going up to down. He gets it right where you want it, which is behind the plate, below the zone. That's the big chase area. But he's facing a fellow phenom here in Chourio, and he's able to tap it foul. Get himself another pitch. And then Shohei will say, you know what? Here comes the cheese. Up and away, 100-mile-an-hour, out of a slide step, no less. Very quick delivery here, and it's his best vertical break to date on the fastball in this game, 17.6. So this ball carries really well. After seeing 3 breaking balls, Chourio has no shot on this. He's quite late. And again, I mentioned the quick delivery. Really hard to load when this is what your pitcher looks like coming at you. Anyway, first strikeout of the day. 1 out in the first. Here comes Yelich. Now, Yelich has been in a big slump this series, so I expect that to continue. Tries to go curveball. First pitch, pulls it in, ball 1. Little fastball down. So definitely comes out early in this game, throwing hard, very amped up. A big talking point coming into this game was that he was slumping at the plate, but this was going to be his opportunity to contribute in the series on the mound and continue the run of dominant starting pitching that the Dodgers have had. All right, interesting choice here. It's a 2-0 cutter. This is a not very often used pitch by Shohei. However, 94.8 is exceptional velocity on a cutter. If you're not going to have a great shape on your cutter, you want to have velocity. But on top of it, his shape's pretty good. 12.2 induced vertical break. That means it's pretty lifty cutter, so it's one of those true cutters that looks like a fastball with just a little bit of left turn on it. It's not a ton of left turn. It's right around the 0 line, but it's a little more than that fastball, and it's a little deceptive, and it's 95 miles an hour. So anytime you throw a non-fastball around 95 miles an hour, it's going to be pretty effective. And on 2-0, he does it there and gets a chopper foul to get to 2-1. Goes for the double up and throws the accidental perfect backdoor paint 96-mile-an-hour cutter. So definitely didn't mean to do this. Will Smith is set up in. Pitch comes, and it just holds on to the back door. Really good call by the umpire as well. And now we're 2-2. Now he's going to go to that bullet slider. So I love the combination of the cutter to the bullet slider. They're awfully similar in terms of initial ball flight out of the hand with one pitch deviating down. That's this pitch, the bullet slider, and the cutter kind of holding due to the fact that it has more backspin on it. You can see this pitch dives really good. Again, Yelich is lucky to get any piece of it, and he just nicks it and keeps the count right there at 2-2. Shohei now going to go back to the fastball again and get the freeze down. So that's back-to-back hitters that he's gone a lot of off-speed before coming back with a frozen rope fastball to get the strikeout. This one's down and gets the freeze on Christian. 2 outs in the first, and here comes Contreras. This one's going to be a 3-pitch strikeout. First pitch fastball away. Contreras tries to be aggressive, but this ball is really well located. Look at that. Right on the black the whole way. Yep, very, very nice pitch. On top of it, he's got above average extension as well, so his fastball plays up from the number. Oop, and then comes back with a gorgeous sweeper. Now, at times, this has been his primary pitch in his career. This one's -14 at 88.5. That's exceptional speed and a heck of a left turn, as you can see here, with a pretty good camera angle on that. 0-2 count. It ain't broke, don't fix it. Double up on that thing. Ooh, throws a really nice one. This one takes a heavy left turn, pretty late, right around 80 miles an hour. And it just literally goes outside the range of Contreras' bat. And he strikes out the side in the first. So a leadoff walk and 3 punch-outs, 2 on fastballs, 1 on a slider. We go to the second, Mr. Jake Bauers. All right, Shohei starting him with a fastball, ball 1. So has not been great in the early going at getting strike 1. But after that, he's been fantastic. Comes right back with a screaming heater up and in and gets above that barrel. So quality fastball, as well as a very, very wide array of off-speed options. And he's going to go cutter here. This ball's actually hit pretty hard. Not a pitch I love. I've been pretty vocal about that over the past couple months doing these shows. I don't love cutters for strikes, righty to lefty, when you can make the middle down mistake. The thing that he has going for him is his cutter's better than most, and it's 94 miles an hour. So he doesn't get it in the air. He's kind of in a rollover mode. Even though he hits at 105, it's out of fielder. And that's the first out of the second. Here comes Sal Frelick. Going to start him with the cutter. So more cutter usage early than expected. And on top of it, he even feels bad for the opponent when they foul a ball off their shin here. I did not look at the pitch mix before, as I typically do in these videos. I'm going to do it at the end this time, so I can be a little more surprised. I only watched a little bit of the start. I was out to dinner tonight, so I had to catch up a little late. Look at that. Cutter, cutter. So he gets the cutter off the leg, and then this one he elevates really nice, and he gets a nice easy pop-up. So going to the cutter, this is something that Shohei has started to do, which is basically become a different pitcher anytime he feels like it. Here's a sinker, first one of the day of these. Ooh, look at that ball dive. It's not a strike, but look at the action on this sink. What's the metric? Wow, only 1.5 vert. He truly has it all. He really, truly does. This pitch has legitimate plus sink on it, and it's also the run is above average, and it's 98. So even though it's a ball, I mean, good luck trying to keep up with all these pitch types. That's disgusting. He's going to double up on that. Ooh, and he does get the swing. Just showing you how much drop this has. This ball starts, I don't know, belt high, would you say? And gets below the zone to the point where Durbin swings over it. Unbelievable pitch. I would throw it again, maybe. Nope, he's going sweeper. Catches that inside sweeper. Beautiful pitch. Really hard pitch to pull the trigger at. This pitch, you don't get a great view of it from this angle, but this pitch pops, and it's to the hitter. It feels like it's coming right in this rib cage, and then it just zips back to the corner. So very nicely done. Gets to 1-2. Going to try to double up and throw the better version of that here. Ooh, throws a dandy, but a really good take by Durbin. This ball's a strike for an awfully long time. Good take, good take. Fastball away should be available. Let's see what he goes to. He goes to curveball. Oh, man, that was a banger. Good job making contact on it. Kind of punches it out towards the middle of the field, and Edman is there. Man, look at the break on this curveball. So not a lot of guys go right on right curveball, but I understand the thought process here. He's throwing a bunch of sweepers. Give him a similar speed breaking ball, albeit this one's actually slower, but another spin type, and then this one with a totally different break going straight down. I mean, look, this ball pops up and down. He's got the feel for every pitch, which is crazy, but a good swing, kind of a little punchy swing there. And that's the end of the second with another 1-2-3 inning. We are on to the third, and he's going to start off this inning with a walk too. So he actually starts off 2 of the first 3 innings with walks, which is interesting to note. Also showing a preference today to throw lefties cutters in even or behind in the count. Not something I would typically recommend, but I don't have his stuff. 94.2 on the cutter is very fast. All right, going for the punchy here. Honestly, not really sure how you don't swing at this. I mean, look at that thing come right down through the strike zone. Great take. What can I say? Great take. Great pitch. Great take. All right, going to try the slider. All right, that time he overcooked it a little bit, and now back to the cutter. So right now, versus lefties, when he needs to throw a strike, he's trusting the cutter. He runs away from his hand a little bit here, meaning he releases this ball a bit too early, and it kind of spins out of his hand. That's what happens sometimes on pitches like that, and that is that leadoff walk. All right, Joey Ortiz. I believe this is the 9-hole. 4-seam strike. Beautiful pitch there. There it is. There's some fundamental pitching. Strike 1. Here comes the sweeper. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sweeper. And we are 0-2. I don't know what's coming. Sweeper away. Joey Ortiz, where you going, man? You got the front foot. You got the front foot going this way. But you got the bat going this way. You're going in 2 different directions, my guy. Anyway, good pitch there. He does spoil it. And another 0-2 coming. 4-seam down the middle. Pretty good foul ball. Try to get to a chase area here. Pulls the slider just a bit too much. The gyro slider here. Overcooks it a hair. And then going to come back with that 4-seam. Yeah, he gets him up top. So this time he does get the location. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right above the zone. This is where you want it all day. You want to play with this line right here. Dare the hitter to take that pitch. Very hard pitch to take. Pretty nasty. Also, the body language out of Shohei, I have to say, is just so funny sometimes. I mean, this guy's a riot. We're going to have to relaunch the app. I'm sorry about that. We'll fix that really quick. Dodgers and Brew Crew. And we are watching pretty much the greatest pitcher I've ever seen. I wanted to watch that angle from the side. The greatest player, I would say. Oh, man, we're not going to have a good view. Maybe if the third base coach moves, we can see. His body language just cracks me up. All right, Bryce Terang back to the top of the order. He walked him in the first. Going to start him with a curveball this time. Ooh, was a strike, doesn't get the call. Dang, that stinks. But then dots a fastball down. His curveball is going to afford him the ability to get fastball down strikes looking all day. They're going to, once they see one curveball, they're going to have a hard time pulling the trigger on anything that starts low. He's definitely throwing hard. He's been sitting like 97, 99, touching 100, I would say, so far in this game. He's got a huge break on this curveball today, but he is not getting a lot of swing on it, oddly. I think this is a pretty good chase pitch. I'd be frustrated if the batter didn't swing at that off of me. I don't think he had the tunnel set up, but still, that pitch was a strike a long time. All right, 3-2 heater. Fouled off, and then another 3-2 heater. Pretty good swing on this one. Fortunate for Shohei, it's right to Kike. Oh, and he makes a sick double play to end the inning. Holy cow. Not sure what the base runner's doing here. But Kike throwing it off the wrong foot. This is where that infielder skill comes in all the way to first on one hop to Freddie with the nice stretch. Where's the read here by the base runner? Oh, he's stealing on the pitch. Realizes a little late that it's going to get caught. And then really, there's only a few outfielders in the league that make that play. So Kike continuing to be a freaking menace. Guy's an absolute menace. It's unbelievable. All right, fourth inning, Jackson Chourio. First pitch sweeper, you see it from that angle. This is a good angle to look at. You see how when this ball comes out, it looks like it's going to hit Chourio right in the rib cage. And then, it bends a little bit inside. That's kind of the visual when he's throwing you a get-me-over strike. The ball's going to look like it's coming at you. So that's kind of the gambit a little bit too. You got to hang in there and trust that it's not just going to smoke you in the ribs. You got to be ready to hit even when a pitch looks like it's coming at you. So that's a little bit of another thing that adds the difficulty. All right, Chourio with a gangster hack right here. Luckily for Shohei, this ball's really well located up and in. And he just can't quite get to it. But this guy's ready to hit. He's competing in the box every time. Same pitch again, this time even better, a little more in. Chourio's in swing mode. Tries to pull the hands in, can't really. And now he's 1-2. I'm guessing he's going to go sweeper off this. Let's see. Nope, he's tripling up on the heater. This time, great take. Same pitch again. Would have chewed him up again. But this time, Chourio lays off. Man, such a mature player. All right, 2-2. Here comes the sweeper. I knew it was coming. Ooh. Really good swing. Kind of lucky it wasn't a homer. So we talked about the ball popping at the hitter. The whole at-bat, everything started in. So even though he's in swing mode, there hasn't been anything out away from him in this at-bat. So he's able to kind of track this pitch. He's been seeing everything kind of tracked coming at him. He sees spin, and he's able to fire on it. And he hits this ball, what looks like in rhythm, but he must have got it off the end or something, only 87.6. Nevertheless, it is a ground rule double to lead off the fourth. And Jackson Chourio continues to be the most impressive guy if you watch the process of these at-bats for the Brewers in this series. All right, Chourio ground rule double, and here comes Yelich. First pitch cutter. Gets a hard ground ball to Mookie. Does move the runner over, but he gets a one-pitch out, which was much needed at the same time. He did hit that ball hard. This is a very typical Christian Yelich swing here. Stays inside a cutter. Drives it slightly to the opposite field, albeit on the ground, and hits it very, very hard. This is a very predictable batted ball type, in my opinion. Yelich does that an awful lot. He's really good at that. All right, gets him over. So that sets up an RBI chance, except Shohei didn't really feel like giving up anything today. So let's see how he does it. Goes for the slider ball one, and double up on that. So he's going right to his swing and miss pitches right away. Slider strike, so slider, 1-1 count. Here comes a fastball up in target. Gets it there, gets the pop-up foul. So it's a key there. Up in is a really good spot with a man on third. You're a fly ball pitcher, strikeout pitcher. This location here will get you sometimes weak pop-ups in the infield, which are as good as strikeouts. It'll get you foul balls. It'll get you swing and misses. All good things. All good things. Gets the foul ball this time. 1-2 count. Now he's going to go to the split. First split we've seen all game. He busts it out right here. And it was kind of filthy, but just, let's see, out of the hand. Looks like it's just like inside out of the hand. So Contreras triggers, but he can feel that ball riding in on him, and that's kind of what makes him hold up the bat here. Not a great metric on the split for Shohei, but just the fact that he breaks out a brand new pitch in this moment is very fascinating to me, and also interesting that he's choosing to go out of the windup with the man in third and one out. Every pitcher has a preference here, but it seems like he really likes the rhythm of this windup. Okay. 2-2. Now he's going to go to the sweeper. And this time he throws a beauty. So the whole inning, he's been missing arm side a little bit with a lot of pitches. This one, he finally gets the hand out front and sweeps this ball outside the bat of Contreras. And the second time he's punched him out on a sweeper today. So a huge strikeout there. And the opportunity is seemingly wasted unless Bowers can come through. Shohei, of course, doesn't let him. He snuffs out this rally right here. First pitch, 99, with a little cut on it, just in ball one. Now he's going to go to the curveball. He just won't give you what you want. 1-0, you think you're getting a fastball? No chance. You're getting a huge curveball, 20 miles an hour slower, buddy. And this one's painted at the bottom of the zone, and he rolls it over foul. All right, 1-1. Going back to the heater. Up again. Now, Will Smith, I will say, has called 4 impressive games in a row back there. He is completely dissecting the Brewers this series. But also, look at the cut on this fastball. And it's almost a defensive, yeah, it has actual cut, negative 0.6 inches of H-break. So it goes to the left, actually, which is kind of scary. This pitch had a mind of its own. And I don't think Bowers so much is meant to swing at this to hit it as to just protect himself. And now it's 1-2, and we're going to go to the splitter. And he throws a beauty and gets the strikeout. So the splitter only shows up when he's about 56 pitches into this game. And splitter number 2 is a dandy for a strikeout of Bowers, and we are through 4. All right, 5th inning, Shohei Frelick. A lot of deep counts, so that's why he's not going to go like CG or anything in this game. But he's been every bit as dominant as the other guys. I mean, maybe Snell's a little bit more dominant, but Shohei's been great. So slider back door to cutter up top. 0-2 count. Love that sequence. To fastball even higher. Doesn't get the trigger, but that was a good pitch. Okay, splitter off that. Yeah, that was a tough to get a chase on a splitter. This is the best one he's thrown in terms of execution, except he didn't have a low tunnel set up. Everything had been high in this at-bat, and that's why Sal's able to take this. So anything low, he's going to let it go. Shohei has down fastball freeze available if he wants it. Looks like they go slider. Backdoor, not a great pitch, fouled off, and we'll do it again. And fastball up. And just kind of bullies him there. Can't really do much with it. Pops it up. Frelick's definitely a guy for the most part. You're okay when he hits the ball in the air. All right, Chad Durbin. So here's where he gets really in a rhythm, starts punching some more guys out. First pitch sweeper, swing and miss, dirty, painted. Going to double up on that. Velocity is dropping a little bit here, but the pitches are still gross. So he goes perfect sweeper, front door sweeper. Now he goes sinker off that. Durbin's one of the only guys who's gotten a sinker this game from Shohei. This is a good pitch. Not sure why he chooses it on 0-2, but maybe he's just bored with how good he is. I don't know. All right, slider. Popped it out early. He's done that a few times on the slider tonight. Sweeper. Ooh, really good one. Barely gets a piece. Ooh, breaking back out the split again. Ooh. And completely screws him up. Not great execution, but just showing you the power of having a pitch that they literally aren't expecting. This ball comes out. Who knows what Durbin reads it as, but he was dead wrong, and that ball almost hits him in the belly button, and he can't hold up his swing. So 2 outs in the 5th. Here comes Perkins. Going to start him with a cutter. Ooh, that had good action on it for sure. And it's 93. I mean, look at the downward break on that. That's a banger of a gyro pitch. All right, 0-1, curveball off that. Love cutter to curveball. It's almost too good. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Back to the cutter. Man, now the cutter all of a sudden's got a little more depth on it, it feels like. Didn't that feel like that had some good drop to it? Yeah. Pretty late. Maybe curveball off of that? Nope, split. So now he's going split when he needs his punchies. Oh, and there it is. That's the best split of the night. And this time he actually had a tunnel set up a little bit better there. And then, oh my God, what a pitch. This guy is unfreaking real on the mound. Goodbye. See you later. And that's through the 5th. I think he pitches one more inning. And then a little bit into the 6th. All right, Collins. So strikeout binge continues with a 3-pitch punchy to start off the 6th. First pitch sweeper backdoor all day long. Second pitch 4-seamer. Right down the middle. By you, sucker. And then back to the split. So the split's the put away pitch here as we've as we've continued. And it's a freaking cheat code. Look at this pitch. Between Sasaki and Ohtani and Yamamoto, these 3 dudes brought over some filthy splits from Japan. I mean, it's unreal. They're all different, and they're all unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. All right, so that was who? That was Collins, and here comes Terang. So yet another strikeout. First pitch, sweeper, strike. Now he's got that dialed in, and he's toggling the speed. 79 on it. This thing was as high as 88 earlier in the game. The level of feel is truly a thing to behold. God, that felt good, that little backdoor sweeper. Now he's going split. He's feeling good with the split, so he goes with it. Not 2-strike count. Pushes it away. See if he doubles up to fix it. Nope, fastball. Okay. Trying to see how his brain works, you know? Fastball up and away. Good spot. That up and away. Bat can't quite stay flat through that spot. Gets under it, fouls it off. 1-2 count. And back to the split. So the split's been an absolute 2-strike wipeout pitch here from about the 4th inning on. Didn't even throw one before midway through the 4th, and now it's become a thing. Man, look at that. This pitch is belt high, and then it's below the zone. And I love the finish that Shohei gives you on it. Man, and he's feeling it too. He gets into a different zone when he's on the bump. I freaking love it. Here comes Choreo. First pitch sweeper. Kind of got lucky, got that to the up and in quadrant. Again, Chorio's the only one seeing the ball real well right now in the Brewers. But it is a 1-pitch out, which is a thing of beauty, which allows him to go out for the 7th inning. And this will be the 3rd inning of this game that he leads off an inning with a walk. So I think he just got tired at this point. Obviously, there's been some hitting going on as well that we're about to watch. I don't know if you know yet, but he hits 3 home runs. That was a strike, didn't get it. Looks like Vesia probably comes in and bails him out. Cutter backdoor, gets the strike on that, so kind of, you know, doesn't get the ball, gets the strike, I don't know. Goes for that split again this time, chunks it in the dirt. You can see he's a little frustrated with this rep here. Hold on, let's watch that from the side. It's worth it. I just love watching his actions. All right, 3-2. Oh, just misses. You can't believe it. But yep, that's the 3rd walk. They're all leadoff walks, so those are usually Cardinal sins. And then this is the last 7 pitches. So it didn't end perfectly. However, none of these runs get cashed in. Fantastic job by, I think it's Vesia who comes in. I'll tell you in a sec. Man, he's been abusing Contreras with sweepers. So, you know, he's fully capable of having a different game plan, a different mix for any hitter he wants. He doesn't have to rely on one thing or another thing. He can just kind of switch it up as he goes. It's very Skeens-ish of him. He's really, you can tell he's a student of the game, student of his craft when it comes to pitching. Incredible ability to shape the ball. Great sweeper there. Obviously being around Darvish, I think, probably helps, but man, I mean, the curveball, I mean, I know he climbs his arm angle here. This is much higher, but I don't care because it's another break, and now he's got pitches in every plane. All right, sweeper, and finally Contreras got him. I mean, he abused him with sweepers the whole game. Finally gave him one he could hit, and he gets a hit. And that's going to call it 100 pitches he ends up having on the day. Where's my box score here? Yeah, 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts on the day for Shohei on the mound. Only 4 hard hit balls. He looked great. There was, a little bit of effectively wildness going on at times with the 3 walks in there as well. But overall, I mean, the splitter came out of nowhere. He used the cutter a lot. Wasn't expected. The velocity was good. You see the weird shape on the fastball. You see the multiple speeds on the sweeper. I mean, just the way he wiped everybody out with those splitters. All right, let's see what his breakdown was. 100 even pitches, 35 fastballs, 22 sweepers, 13 cutters, 9 splitters, 9 gyro sliders, 9 curveballs, 3 sinkers. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable mix there. He averaged 98.5 on his 4-seam, touching 100.3. The velocity was up on everything except for the splitter. It was down, so he had even more separation on the split tonight. In terms of whiffs, he gets 19 whiffs on 52 swings. That's 37%. Exceptional. And the splitter, 5 swings, 5 whiffs. Woof. That showed up big time. Big time. He got whiffs on everything, though, really. 6 whiffs on fastball, so 33%. That was his early strikeouts. He was going slow to fast, pitching backwards to guys. You could not get a beat on him. He was everywhere all night with all of his pitches. Stuff-wise, he was on another level. Yeah, he gets 38% chase in this game and only 68% zone swing. Those are outstanding ratios. And, he didn't even have to be in the zone that much. 47% zone rate. Still absolutely dominated. Let's go look at his 3D pitch shapes. And then we'll go get into his at-bats. Because I don't know if you heard, he did pretty good at the plate as well. It's just ridiculous at this point. All right, so here's his 4-seamers. Pretty ho-hum. Nothing much there, but let's layer in the splitters that came later. I mean, they are just devastating. These ones below the zone, so good. Let's layer in some sweepers here. Now you get the idea of the sweeper. He's got a pitch going the other way. Splitters going one way, sweepers going the other way. Let's take away the fastball and the split, and let's put the gyro slider. I don't know. We want the gyro slider, and then we also want the curveball in this one. Slider, sweeper, and wait, I have a changeup. I don't want changeup. I want curveball. All right, there's curveball. So now this is 3 breaking pitches in one, basically. All the speeds from in the 70s all the way to almost 90. They all have some varying degrees of spin and top spin on them, gyro spin as well. Some go a little more left, some go a little down and are harder, some go way up and down and are slower. But it's a hodgepodge. So you see spin, but you're not really sure what's coming. I love this approach. This was my approach going back to 2013, 2014, before I invented other stuff. It was like just throw a whole bunch of different breaking pitches and have a hard time. They'll have a really hard time catching on to what you're doing if they're all a little different. So that was something. He even threw some sinkers and cutters. There's only a couple sinkers in here. Those are those orange ones. You can see they're all located well below the zone, and then there's even cutters, a lot of backdoor cutters. So he just did it all. It's such a crazy arsenal. It really is. If we look again at the player breakdown one more time, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitches, 9% or more. It's phenomenal. Fastball, this is the top pitch. It's only 35%, so you can't sit on that. Just really, really good job. So hard to hit against. And I'm sure he knows that because he's also a really great hitter. And I don't know if you know, but he also had a really freaking good day in the batter's box. 3 for 3, 3 home runs and a walk. How's that sound? I think that sounds pretty good. Let's go watch that. Ohtani, first at bat versus Quintana, my guy Quintana. And I have to say, he did this to him last year with a leadoff home run in the NLCS, if you recall, when he was on the Mets. This is a guy he sees well. Shohei has a hard time with lower slot lefties, but Q is not that. He's a little bit higher slot. He doesn't have crazy velocity. He does really locate, and he gets screwed here on pitch number 1 of the game. This is dotted. But that's kind of the game plan, is execution, moving the ball around. All right, 1-0 breaking ball attempt. It's all right, so this time it's the opposite effect. The ball gets called a strike, the strike gets called a ball. Okay, we're 1-1. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. Now he's going to try another breaking ball. pulls it a little bit down and away. So everything has been down and away so far in this at-bat. As we get to 2-1, he's going to triple up on breaking ball. Okay, so away, 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 away. 3-1. Here comes a sinker. Try to go backdoor sinker off that, get the take. Pulls it into the middle. Just gets outside of the barrel here. This was a dangerous pitch. I do think the sinker kind of saved his bacon here. This ball ran in a little more than that four seam. So Quintana using a little switcheroo on the fastball shapes to get an advantage. Tries to go back to the slurve though. And this time it's front door and Shohei, all he has to do is touch it. This ball smashed to the back of the bleachers for home run number 1. 116.5 at 25. So he had just struck out the freaking side in the first inning, comes up, gets the party started on offense with the home run. Now, this slurve here just goes right into the kill zone, down and into to a lefty, just where you want it if you're a hitter. All he has to do is get it in the slot, and it's see you later time. So they try to pitch him away, away, away. You can kind of see why. Pitching him in with suboptimal velocity and shape, pretty freaking dangerous. So that was the first attempt, and these guys did face each other a second time in the second inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Let's see how Q goes about it. Goes with that breaking ball again, but this time Shohei's oddly ambushing here. Not really sure why, and this pitch gets under the zone for a huge swing and a strike 1 here. All right, Q's going to come back with the sinker. They try to go in with it. Push him off the plate. Ball 1. Sinker again. Now they're going for a backdoor sinker. Pulls it down the middle. Very dangerous. But so far, Shohei has not been on the sinker. So I'll be curious if they try to stick with that here. Has not looked great on the left-on-left sinker in this game. It looks like he's hunting breaking ball. They try another breaking ball anyway. And this time Shohei spits on it. Ooh, left-on-left changeup attempt. This is a really good take by Shohei here, because this pitch, out of hand, it's got enough height on it where it could be a freeze-me heater at the bottom. It's a left-on-left changeup, something Shohei hasn't seen yet, and he's able to lay off it. This is a very impressive take, getting himself to 3-2, and then Q's going to go back to that sinker attempt, try to paint it, just misses off the corner. So, yeah, so afraid of contact in this at-bat after that home run in the first. That literally nibbles the whole time with nobody on and 2 outs in this inning. Even on 3-2, he's going for a perfect pitch. They are literally trying to throw this ball right here on the corner, or they're okay missing off the corner. They don't want to miss over the plate at all this many pitches deep into an at-bat with Shohei. That just shows you the respect level and the talent level of this freaking guy. And ball 4. So 1 home run and 1 walk versus Quintana. His next at-bat would be against Mr. Chad Patrick. All right, first pitch cutter. Statue take. No attempt whatsoever at swinging. If you watch Shohei here, he just stands there and does nothing. Pretty good pitch to hit, actually, but cutter down in strike 1. Gonna go to his slurve off that. Pretty easy take there down. Gonna double up. Backdoor slurve, hair off the corner. Really good take, but also, man, he just missed that. All right, 2-1. Gonna triple up now. Oof. Better locate it. And he doesn't. Pulls it down in 3-1. Probably eliminating that pitch now if you're Shohei, I would guess. Let's see what he goes with. It is a cutter. Ooh, I hate cutters when you have to throw a strike. Here it comes. Oh my God, it's not even a strike. Oh, and he hit it out of the stadium. He hit it out of the freaking stadium. I knew, oh, yep, they're all in awe of it. This pitch is off the plate in. He hits it with every bit of his might. And then he was so electrified that he bat flipped it like really quick, like whoa. But look at this thing. It goes on the roof. We were just talking about how nobody ever does that. Schwarber just did it and it was considered impossible. Shohei does it in the gap. So this is much further. Oh my God. How hard? 116.9, 33, 469. Are you kidding me? Oh. It was just perfect, perfect everything. Like perfect location to hit it this far. We've been noting how he's been kind of bailing a little bit. So even though he bails a little bit, it just makes his momentum perfect to golf this ball. Look at that. Catches it in the perfect moment of his rotation. And then stands on it. So nasty. Let's watch it from this angle. Man, this ball's clobbered. Unbelievable. We have any good dugout reactions? Let me look down here. Yeah, Dave looks like he saw a ghost, basically. All right, so that's 2 homers, and guess what? There was a third. First is Trevor McGill, another guy who's nasty, and the whole crowd's on their feet. 98.5 up in the zone, strike one. So this is the first time in a while that he's getting a different kind of look here. Fastball up, just straight cheese, top of the zone. Taken all the way first pitch. You know, I haven't seen this that bad. I'm wondering if he gets him on a curveball or fastball. It's going to be interesting. All right, another fastball coming here. Just off the corner away. Good take. Here comes the curveball. Wow, bad call. So it goes to the 1-2 count. Man, this is such a devastating pitch. One of the singular nastiest pitches in the big leagues is McGill's curveball. He's so big. He throws it so hard. All right, so it's probably a curveball? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, it's a fastball. Oh, my God. Here we go. Where's he throw it? Oh, yeah. The old four-seam pulled middle down in. He stays inside it, takes it to center, but left center for a third home run of the game. Truly one of the greatest games ever played. The Dodger dugout doesn't know what just happened. 113.6 at 26. So all 3 homers are at least 113. He also, we just watched him pitch 10 strikeouts, 100 pitch outing. Mookie doesn't even seem that impressed. Just gave him a regular high five. So where's the target? The target's away. They moved really late, but look how far away Contreras is. And this is what happens when really impressive four-seam guys give up homers. Even though this is still an exceptional metric, 19.2, what they kind of do is they usually pull the ball away from their intended target, like which is over here. They pull it down in. That's exactly what happens here. And Shohei is so on time, it's not even funny. Golly. 3 homers, and you're going to get the win, and this is going to be a sweep. And I thought Blake Snell had the best performance in this series. But Shohei just said, hold my beer. Dude, he is that good. And you can see fans don't even know how to handle it behind him. Sheesh. Unfreaking believable. So he goes, I just want to see the metrics real quick. He goes 116.5 here. And then he goes 116.9. Well, we'll watch that from this angle because we haven't seen it yet. That's a great shot. That's a fantastic shot. 116.9 there. And then the third one, it's Oppo, but it's still 113.6. Truly legendary shit, guys. Truly legendary stuff. Never seen anything like this guy, ever. I remember watching YouTube videos of Shohei, when he was in Japan, even when he was a young player. But you never thought he would get to this level, and he's gotten to this level, and he's sustained this level. And nights like tonight are just, they're different level. They're different level. 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts, and 100 pitches for the win and the sweep. And then at the plate, 3 for 3, 3 homers, and a walk. Now he's got a 967 playoff OPS. So when we woke up this morning, something was wrong with Shohei at the plate. And when we go to bed, we're reminded that he's the greatest player on the planet. So if you like these videos, don't be afraid to like, subscribe, tell your friends, post it on a Dodger Reddit somewhere. something like that. I really appreciate you guys watching me. This has been a lot of fun. This was an incredible night of baseball from Shohei Ohtani. I really can't believe what I just saw. And so thanks for hanging with me on watching, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, thanks, guys.